Welcome to our channel Velocity Minds. Today we will be learning exercise 1.2 from the chapter Set Languages. Let's shoot off.
Hi everyone. Today we are going to see 9th standard state board syllabus set language exercise 1.2. Today we are going to cover some topics. They are cardinal number, finite set, infinite set, equal, equivalent, unequal set, null set and singleton set. What is cardinal number? It is the number of elements inside the set. For example, if A is a set and it has some numbers like 1, 2, 3, then what is cardinal number of that set A? The number of elements inside the set is the cardinal number. Okay? Now, what is finite set? Finite set is the set where we can find the cardinal number of it. Okay? If we are able to form the set and we can count the elements inside the set, then it is a finite set. Okay? Now, let's go to the infinite set. If cardinal number of a set cannot be found, that is, we cannot count the number of elements inside the set, then it is an infinite set. Okay? Now let's see about equal, equivalent and unequal sets. What is equal set? If the cardinal numbers of two sets are equal and if the two sets have same elements, exactly the same elements, then if both conditions are okay, then the two sets are equal sets. What is equivalent set? If the cardinal number of two sets A and B are same, but the elements are not same, that is equivalent set. That is, if only one condition is satisfied, that is the cardinal numbers are same and the elements are not same, then the sets are called equivalent sets. Okay? Then what is unequal set? The set which has no same cardinal numbers and the elements are also not the same, then the two sets are called as unequal set. Okay? Now what is null set? Null set is an empty set, just an empty set. It doesn't contain any elements. Okay? Now what is singleton set? The set which has only one element is called a singleton set. Okay? That is, it may be 1, A, 0, anything. Now let's see the exercises. The first question is, we have to find the cardinal number of the following sets. The first question is, M is equal to P, Q, R, S, T and U. Here, count the number of elements inside the set M. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay? Can you count it? Okay. So, the cardinal number of set M is 6. That is, N of M is 6. Now, let's go to the second question. P is equal to X, where X is equal to 3N plus 2 and N is a whole number and X is less than 15. Yes, N is a whole number. So, N starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and it goes on. Okay? Now, we have to find X. What is X? X is equal to 3N plus 2. Now, we have to substitute the N values in this formula. First, let's take N is equal to 0. So, X is equal to 3 into 0 plus 2. That is 2. Now, let's take N is equal to 1. So, X is equal to 3 into 1 plus 2. So, 3 into 1 is 3 plus 2, 5. Okay. Now, let's take N is equal to 2. When N is equal to 2, X is equal to 3 into 2 plus 2. 3 into 2 is 6 plus 2 gives 8. Now, let's take the next case. N is equal to 3. So, X is equal to 3 into 3 plus 2, that is equal to 9 plus 2, 11. Now, N is equal to 4. So x is equal to 3 into 4 plus 2, that is equal to 12 plus 2, 14. Next, n is equal to 5. When n is equal to 5, x is equal to 3 into 5 plus 2, that is equal to 15 plus 2, 17. Okay? So, this is greater than 15. But x is equal to less than 15. X must be less than 15. Okay? Sorry, I have written n is equal to 0, but it's wrong. You should write n is equal to 5 here. Okay? So, this should be ruled out. Okay? Because the answer is greater than 15 and x must be less than 15. So, this n is equal to 5 is ruled out. Now, tell me the values of x. 2, 5, 8, 11 and 14. So, p is equal to x. So, p values are 2, 5, 8, 11 and 14. Okay. Now, count the number of elements in p. That is 5. So, cardinal number of p is 5. Understood? Okay. Now, let's go to the third question. Here, q is equal to y, whereas y is equal to 4 by 3n, and n is a natural number and n is greater than 2 and less than or equal to 5. In this case, we have to first find n. So, n is greater than 2, so it must start from 3, 4 and 5. We should add 5 because n is less than or equal to 5. So, n is equal to 3, 4 and 5. Clear? Okay. Now, what is y? Y is equal to 4 by 3n. So, substitute the values of n in y. So, n is equal to 3 and y is equal to 4 by 3 into 3. That is 4 by 9. Now, n is equal to 4. Then y becomes y is equal to 4 by 3 into 4. That is 4 by 12. Now, next number is n is equal to 5. And so, y becomes 4 by 3 into 5. That is equal to 4 by 15. Okay. So, we have found the values of y and q is equal to y. So, q is equal to y values. That is 4 by 9, 4 by 12 and 4 by 15. Okay. Now, the question is to find the cardinal number of q, right? So, how many terms are there inside q? How many elements? 1, 2 and 3. So, the n of q, that is the cardinal number of q is 3. Understood? Now, let's go to the next question. S is equal to set of all leap years between 1882 and 1906. Okay? Now, what is leap year? How can you find leap year? When the year is divided by 4 and if the remainder is 0, then that year is a leap year. Okay? Now, let's first check, is 1882 a leap year or not? Okay? First take 1882 and divided by 4. We can do normal division, that is the usual division you do. See, 4 4 is 16, the remainder is 2. Now bring down 8, 6, 7 4 are 28, 0, bring down 2 and that's all. 2 is the remainder. So, the remainder is not equal to 0, so this is not a leap year. Now, let's go to the next even number, that is 1884. Okay, now take the next even number and check whether it's a leap year or not. Do the normal division as the first one. So, 4 4s are 16, the remainder is 2, bring down 8, 7 4s are 28, the remainder is 0, bring down 4 and 1 4 is 4, so the remainder is 0. So, this year is a leap year. 1884 is a leap year. What about the next? Just add 4 to it and go on. Okay? So, what do you get when you add 4 to it? We get 1888. Then plus 4 we get 1892, then 1896, then 1900, okay, then 1904. The next number is 1908, but it must be between 1906, okay. So now write the elements inside the set S. That is 1884, 1888, 1892, 96, 1900, 1904. Now count the number of elements inside the set. There are totally 6 elements. So the cardinal number of S is 6. Understood? Okay. Now let's go to the second question. We have to check whether the following sets are finite set or an infinite set. I have already said if we can find the cardinal number of a set, it is finite set. If we cannot find the cardinal number, then it is infinite set. Okay? So the first question is X is equal to set of all districts in Tamil Nadu. Okay? Now we can form a list of all the districts in Tamil Nadu, isn't it? We can write that is X is equal to Salem, Trichy and Madurai, etc. So we can write all the districts in Tamil Nadu and we can count it. So we can find the cardinal number of this set, right? So it is possible to find the cardinal number of X. So X is a finite set. Okay? X is a finite set. Now let's go to the second question. Y is equal to set of all straight lines passing through a point. Is it a finite set or an infinite set? Let's take a point and draw lines. See, I am drawing 3, 4 lines. Okay. Can we draw more lines than that? Yes, we can draw many lines. We can draw infinite number of lines. So, the set of all straight lines passing through a point can't be listed as a set. And a cardinal number of it, that is the number of lines, cannot be counted. So, a cardinal number cannot be found for this set. Okay? So, as a cardinal number can't be found, it is an infinite set. That is, the set of all straight line passing through a point is infinite set. I hope you are following me, children. Okay. Now, let's go to the next question. Here, A is equal to X, where X is an element of Z and X is less than 5. Okay. Now, X is an element of Z, that is element of integer, and X is less than 5. What is integer? Integer is the collection of both positive numbers as well as negative numbers. Okay. In other terms, you can say integer is the whole numbers plus negative numbers. That is, if negative numbers are added to the group of whole number, then the total group becomes an integer. So, when X is an element of integer, that is less than 5, it goes like 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, and it continues. So there is no n to that because there are infinite negative numbers. So the cardinal numbers cannot be counted. That is, the cardinal number cannot be found. As the cardinal number cannot be found, the set is surely an infinite set, right? So A is equal to X, where X is an element of Z, X less than 5 is an infinite set. Hope you understand? Right. Now, let's go to the fourth question. Here, B is equal to X, X squared minus 5X plus 6 is equal to 0, and X is an element of natural numbers. Here, take that equation X squared minus 5X plus 6 is equal to 0. Here, find the factors of 6. 1 into 6, 2 into 3, 3 into 2, and 6 into 1. But if the factors are added, the result should be minus 5. So, and both numbers should be negative, because on multiplying both the numbers, the answer is plus 6, positive number. So both the numbers should be negative. Okay. So if we take minus 2 and minus 3 and add it, we get minus 5. But if we take minus 6 and minus 1 and we add it, we get minus 7. So 1 and 6 factors are ruled out. And we take only 2 and 3 as a factors. So we can write x minus 2 and x minus 3. The product of x minus 2, x minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay. So from this x minus 3 into x minus 2 equal to 0, we can find the values of set B. That is, B is equal to 3 and 2. Right? So, the set B is equal to 3 and 2. Since the set B is equal to 3 and 2, we can find the cardinal number of this set. Right? We can count the elements inside this set, that is 3 and 2. So, 2 elements are inside the set. Since the cardinal number can be easily found, the set B is a finite set. There is no doubt in it. Do you follow me? Okay. With this, the finite set, infinite set problem is over and we can move to the next question. The third question is we have to find whether the sets are equal, equivalent or unequal set. What is equal set? If the cardinal number and the elements are same, it is equal set. If only the cardinal number is equal, it is equivalent set. Both the cardinal numbers and elements are not same, it is unequal set. Right? Now, A is equal to set of vowels in English alphabets and B is equal to set of letters in vowel. The word vowel. First find A. A is equal to set of vowels. That is A, E, I, O and U. B, set B is set of letters in the word vowel. So, V, O, W, E and L. Here, the elements are not same. Okay? By seeing this, we can find that the elements are not the same. But, we can find the cardinal number. The cardinal number of set A is 5 and the cardinal number of set B is 5. Okay? So, here, the cardinal number of both the sets are equal. So, if the elements are not same and the cardinal number is equal, then we say that these two sets are equivalent set. Right? It is equivalent set. Okay? Is there any doubts? Okay. Now let's move to the next question. The second question is C is equal to 2, 3, 4 and 5. D is equal to X, where X is a whole number and X is greater than 1 and less than 5. First derive what is D. D is a whole number greater than 1. So 2, 3 and 4 because it's less than 5, right? So we have found C and D. Though there are 3 elements are matching in both the sets, the element 5 is missing in D. So the elements are not same. Even one number is not matching, then the elements are not same. We have to consider it like that. Okay? Find the cardinal number of C. So we can check the next case. The cardinal number of C is 4 and the cardinal number of D is 1, 2 and 3. So here in this case the cardinal number is also not matching. So the elements are not matching. The cardinal number is not equal. So both are not equal. So we should consider that set C and D are unequal sets. Okay? Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Here X is equal to X, where X is a letter in the word life and Y is equal to F, I, L and E. Here first find the set X. X is a letter in the word life. So L, I and F, E. Y is directly given. So write as it is F, I, L, E. Here the elements in the sets are same, but they are in different order. But it's not a problem. We have to consider it as the elements are same. Okay? Now let's check the next case. Find the cardinal number of x. X cardinal number is 4 and the cardinal number of y is 4. So here cardinal numbers are equal. So the first case is also equal. The cardinal number is also equal. So when cardinal number and elements both are same, we should consider that x and y sets are equal sets. Okay. Hope you are understanding me. Okay. Now let's go to the fourth question of this part. G is equal to x where x is a prime number greater than 3 and less than 23. And h is equal to x and x is a divisor of 18. First find the set G, which is prime number which is greater than 3 and less than 23. Which is a prime number greater than 3? 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. So we have to stop with that because it is less than 23. Now we have found G and now we have to find H. X is a divisor of 18. So 18 can be divided by 1, 2, 3 and 6, 9 and 18 itself. Okay. So these are the divisors of 18. So write it inside this set H. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18. Now on seeing this we can say that the elements in both the sets are not the same. Okay. On seeing it's clear, right? Now we can check the next condition, that is find the cardinal number of G. How many elements are there inside G? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. Cardinal number of H, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, 6. Here the cardinal numbers are equal for both the sets. So the elements are not same and the cardinal numbers are equal. So you should consider G and H are equivalent sets. Okay. Am I clear? And are you following me? Okay. Now let's go to the fourth question. We have to find whether the sets given are null set or singleton set. The set that is absolutely empty is null set and the set which has one element is called a singleton set. Okay. Now let's take the first question. A is equal to x where x is a natural number and x is greater than 1 and less than 2. So let's find the set A. N is a natural number. Okay. It should be greater than 1 and less than 2. Which number is between 1 and 2? That is, that may be some decimals. But which natural number is between 1 and 2? There is no such number in the world. So A is an empty set. That is, A is a null set. Because there is no element inside the set A, right? Understood? Okay. Now let's go to the second question. B is equal to set of even natural numbers that is not divisible by 2. Okay. First tell me, what is an even number? Even numbers are the multiples of 2. Right? Even numbers are the multiples of 2. So, an even number must be divided by 2. Okay? An even number not divisible by 2, is that possible? No, isn't it? So, the set B is an empty set because there is no even number which is not divisible by 2 is found. Okay? So, B is absolutely an empty set. So, B is a null set. Understood? Okay. Now, let's move to the third question. That is, C is equal to 0. Here, 0 is an element. Okay? 0 is an element. We should consider that the cardinal number of C is 1. Since 0 is there, we should not say that it's an empty set. 0 is an element. So, C is a singleton set because the cardinal number of C is 1. So, C is an singleton set. Okay? So, you should remember that 0 is an element. Okay? Now, let's go to the final question of this video. That is, D is equal to set of triangles with 4 sides. Wow. Let me draw triangles. Let me draw as many triangles as possible. Okay. But whatever the triangle I draw, I can do that only with 3 sides. I think there is no triangle in this world with 4 sides, right? Is that true? Yes. There is no triangle with 4 sides. So D is absolutely an empty set. As you all guess, D is an empty set. So D is a null set too. Okay? Is this easy? Okay. With this, the question 1, 2, 3, 4 from exercise 1.2 is over, and we can see the next remaining questions of this exercise in the next video. Okay? Hope you all enjoy this session. I too enjoyed along with you. If you have any doubts, please pin it in the comment and I will reply to you. Okay? Meet you tomorrow. Signing off, Parveena Ramesh. Bye-bye.
Subscribe, hit the bell, leave a like. If you have any doubts, comment down. Signing off. Yeah,